Oh, haters. I think we've all met a hater before. I know I've met like a ton of them. Or maybe you've been a hater yourself. But I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about how I deal with haters and how I react to people who try to bring me down, essentially. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows what a hater is, but if you don't, it's basically people who want to tear you down and like steal your dreams and make you feel insignificant, and basically haters are not nice people. So I just kind of want to tell you a little bit about what I've had to deal with in the past and currently, and how I react to when people are, to haters, when people are being hateful. But basically, I think I've dealt with haters in some form since I was a child. I was very, very, very shy as a child, which is kind of hard to believe because I'm totally opposite of that now. But I was kind of scared to do anything, to get up in front of class. I mean, anything. This is like elementary and middle school. And I think because of that, a lot of people thought that maybe I didn't have any potential, maybe I just wasn't really intelligent, or a whole host of things. Who knows what they were thinking. And I guess I experienced like hate back then because people would just tell me or insinuate that I couldn't do certain things, or I would never be able to reach my dreams. And I've had really big dreams since I was little, and I think that's something that all of you guys should strive for, no matter how old you are. If you are not working toward a goal, like, you should always be working towards some type of goal. I'm always working toward different goals in my life, and there's so many things that I want to do and aspire to be, and nobody is going to tell me that I can't do that. Like, I feel so strongly about that. But I'll be honest with you, there are some days when people say hurtful things, and I start to think, maybe they are right. Maybe I should stop doing whatever it is that I really want to do. And keep in mind, this should be stuff that you're trying to do that's positive. If someone is telling you to not do something that is hurting yourself, or they feel like you're hurting yourself, that's totally different. But I'm talking about like going after your dreams. Like for me, I've always been interested in broadcasting and communications and entertainment, and that's why I started a YouTube channel. And if someone told me like, you should stop doing YouTube, this is so silly, this is not going anywhere, like, I wouldn't listen to them. But it would hurt me if it was someone who I really knew and cared about. But if they really cared about me, hopefully they wouldn't be saying that. But I wanted to talk to you guys about what to do when someone says something hateful, or if they're always saying hateful things. And I think when someone's always being hateful to you, like if it's someone you know in your real life, there's something wrong with them. Like, their self-esteem is not right, okay? And so they feel like if they can be mean to you and say mean things, then maybe, they'll bring you down to their level because they feel miserable and they want you to feel miserable too. So you have to really think that it's not about you at all. It's about these other people. I've noticed that some people who are always making fun of people and trying to bring them down are really miserable people who don't have a lot going for them, and they have really negative attitudes, and I do not like to associate myself with those kind of people. And I think it's so important for you to have very positive relationships in your life with friends and significant others. And if you are around people who are trying to bring you down and who don't care about your dreams, then you are not with the right people, and you should let them go. Like, I'm just going to be totally honest here. I love to read celebrity autobiographies, and I read one of Bethany Frankel's autobiographies, and I will never forget something she said in her autobiography. This was before that she was famous, and she was dating a guy who did not support her dreams, but she was really in love with him, and she had told him so many times that she wanted to be famous and that she'd love to write a book one day, and she wanted to be on TV. And he told her, everybody wants to be Derek Jeter. And basically what he's saying is that everyone wants to be a star athlete, everyone wants to be a supermodel, everyone wants to be famous, and that she wasn't good enough, okay? So she eventually broke up with that guy, which good for her. But you don't want to be with people, you don't want to surround yourself with people in your life who don't think you have potential to do things that are positive and important for you. So if you have those kind of relationships, and I'm talking about like friends or boyfriends or girlfriends, you should try to get away from those people because they really don't care about you. Now, unfortunately, some people have family members who treat them this way, and that's totally different, and everyone has a different way of dealing with that. But if it's a friend or, someone that you are allowing into your life, you need to let them go because they're just going to continue to bring you down and cause you pain the longer you have them in your life. But for me, when someone hates on me or says negative things or tells me I can't do something, it sounds silly, but the phrase haters are my motivators is definitely something that I have adopted into my life. Like, if you tell me I can't do something and it's one of my goals, I'm going to work even harder, okay? Because when people say mean things to you, sometimes, you know, I will want to say something mean back, but really that's the worst thing you can do. And I've kind of learned that over the past several years, to just not try to fight with them or argue with them. But the best revenge is success. And I know I'm throwing out like a lot of Tumblr quotes and Instagram quotes here, but I fully believe that if someone says, you know what, you are never going to make the basketball team, then instead of saying, oh my gosh, you're stupid, I'm going to make the basketball team, whatever, you try out, you work really hard, you make the basketball team, and that is your response to them. And then you do really well on the team and you score lots of points in the games and stuff. So that is the best way, in my opinion, to deal with people who hate on you. And if you are experiencing hate in your life right now and people hating on you, first of all, I truly feel terrible for you because I know how that feels. And sadly, it's something that I think everyone has to deal with. No one is immune to that. Even super famous people, super rich people, super beautiful people. People are always hating, especially online. But like I said, I would ignore it as much as you can and try to get away from those people if they are people in your real life. If they're people online who you don't even know, block them, ignore them, don't respond. They want you to respond and be on their level. So what I wanted to ask you is, how do you deal with hate? Maybe you have your own way that's positive. Please don't tell me negative things like hitting people or violence. I'm totally not for that. But are there certain things that you do to deal with people who are being rude to you and trying to bring you down? What do you do? And I hope that some of the things I've talked about today are helpful. I just really have had it on my mind the last couple of weeks to do a video about this, and I think that maybe some of you needed to hear some of this, and it's always something that I need to get reminded of, about how to deal with negativity, negative people, and people being rude and hateful in my own life. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Kellie TV, and I'll see you next time.